Hi, this is Jundo, and we're having a little earthquake. One moment. Boy, that was some timing. Thank you to our special effects department. Um, and it ties in perfectly with our subject today, which is sitting with all life's uh, little chaos and noise. It's really the theme of so many of the talks around here because it can't be said often enough. It could be an earthquake, it could be problems at home, problems in the office, problems problems. That's what life is. A friend of mine this week said something that I hear almost every week from someone, and that is that Zazen is a time of getting away from all that. It's a place of refuge. I know folks who say, for example, that they have their busy day and problems with work, and then they come home and the family, and so they go into a room and lock the door, and they sit, and for a little while there's peace and there's quiet, and they're left alone, and that's wonderful. It's good. Zazen is a safe and quiet and spacious and boundless, clear, open, non-friction place. Taste that we can experience can be for the time we're sitting zazen. It is a refuge. Next week, I'm going for a couple of weeks to a monastery deep in the mountains. I'll talk about that next time. But up there, there's, well, no telephone, no internet, just Buddhist monks sitting zazen. Not even much electricity up there. And it's good to do that, to have a place of peace and refuge. But I think you know what I'm going to say. If you just leave the zazen there and don't take it out into the place of the noise and the chaos and the earthquakes, then the real stillness, the real quiet, the real clearness is kind of missed. You see, right in the heart of the earthquake, there is stillness. Right in the heart of the noise is quiet. And in the greatest chaos also is a kind of peace. It's all one piece, one beautiful, unbroken piece when it can be tasted as such. On a practical note, I can think of a few examples in my life. One of the times that hit me was one of our family Thanksgiving dinners when my Uncle Stanley and my Uncle Bob were there and Uncle Arnold, and one of them would have a couple of drinks too many, and they'd start arguing about something that happened in the 1950s, and the next thing they're talking about politics and what Nixon did or this guy did or Kissinger, and the whole table is in chaos. And I'm saying, well, what are we doing here? But then I had started practicing Zazen, and I realized that right there at that table there could be peace, and everybody looks very different. And it was even my family, amidst all the chaos and the arguing of that table, I was sitting there in peace because I realized that the real quiet room is up here. And there are other times in life when things are not going well. We may be in hospital, we may have money problems, but even then, in the money problems, we can find nothing lacking. At the same time, being in the hospital, nobody wants to be in the hospital. We have some members in the hospital right now who don't want to be there, and we bow to them, and so much I hope you get out soon and you can be with your family. But also, they write to me to tell me that from this practice, while they want to get out of the hospital, they also know there's no other place to be. That's just where they are. And that there's no place that is not Buddha. So this place is everywhere. It's like I was talking to a Christian friend who was telling me that God is not only in the church, God is everywhere. Well, it's the same in our practice. This beautiful, peaceful, wonderful life is not inside the room or outside. There is no inside or outside. And the true quiet room is here. So it's good to come home, lock the door, put up your zafu, sit zazen for 15 minutes or a half hour, but then unlock the door. I'm talking about the door up here. Unlock the door and find that the true coming home is everywhere. Shall we sit with that?